Well, and we're joined now with Brian Roberts as well to break down everything that went on last night. And Brian, we've heard over and over again from this team that everybody picks each other up, and that's transparent from pitchers to position players, and a little harder to do right now because everybody is still keeping their distance. But what were you seeing as far as that chemistry playing into last night?
Well, yeah, I mean, we've heard Brandon talk about that quite a bit, that this team really seems to enjoy each other. They like being around each other. He mentioned how this is kind of a carryover effect from the second half of last year when a lot of the young guys got to come up and get their opportunity to play. And you could see it in the dugout last night. You know, they fall behind early, and Zach Wheeler's stuff was just filthy early in the game. And you're wondering, are they ever going to be able to get something going? And then they start to make a comeback, then they fall behind again, they come back again. And you could see the pitchers were involved cheering. Alex Cobb was back in the dugout. So I think Brandon Hyde's right. They really like each other. They root for each other. Nobody is, nobody is out there for themselves. They're all out there together, and they want to do this together. And I think you can see that in the atmosphere in the dugout every night.
A lot of excitement in last night's game, Brian. The inside the park home run showed up, and it had been 19 years since the Orioles last did that. Robert Andino, check it out, hits a bullet out to deep center field, and it caroms the wrong way. And, of course, Ellsbury out there comes up a little bit lame, smashes into the wall. Ball laying there, just flips it back in, so Andino turns on the Jets. I think in a lot of ways inside the Parkers require a little bit of luck. Obviously, great speed. He comes tippy-toeing in. Well, last night, a unique way for Austin Hayes to pick up his first home run of the year. What'd you think about that last night, Brian?
Well, I mean, first of all, the stage, and here you are in these extra inning games with a man on second all of a sudden. It's such a different kind of game that we're used to, and you're wondering how it's going to play out. Are you going to sacrifice bunt? Are you going to try and move him over? And Austin Hayes then just hits a bullet to center field. And his sprint speed this year is 27.9 feet per second, which ranks him all the way up there in that 83rd percentile of the league. And so you have to have some wheels to get around the bases. I don't care what happens on inside the Parker. But as you mentioned, you got to also have a little bit of luck. It's got to get out in center field somewhere. Somebody's got to dive, or it's got to carry him off the wall the wrong way. And, man, it sure doesn't seem like it was that long ago that Andino did it, because I was there. But they're fun to be a part of, and they're even more fun to be a part of when they're looks like it might be a game winner in the 10th inning.
Yeah, B-Rob, you had 39 triples. I'm wondering how come you didn't have it inside the Parker. Did you get thrown out? What's going on, man?
Man, I don't think I ever even attempted to get from third to home on one of those triples. I don't know. I guess luck, or maybe my sprint speed just wasn't quite there, buddy.
No, it was there. Hey, another play in last night's ball game. Severino with that monster pop-up on the infield. It appeared to be some miscommunication. Your thoughts as an infielder going through that play, and especially the timing of that play once again?
Yeah, I mean, the timing of the two biggest plays of the game, certainly an inside the Parker in the first inning or second inning is exciting, but later on it's even more exciting. And then here you've got a tie game, and the bases loaded, and Severino hits a pop-up. And this is one where the infielders kind of come together. Rhys Hoskins obviously had a play on the ball. He looked like he's camped under it. And then in comes Gene Segura sprinting across, and he tries to call him off, and then trips over the mound. And it just kind of turns into a fiasco, which in the end is two huge runs for the Orioles, which at the time you thought maybe be the game winner. Phillies end up tying it, and then they have to win it in extras. But the miscommunication on infield pop-ups are terrible at any time, but especially at that magnitude of the game.
And Brian, we heard from Alex Cobb last night. He was very adamant that as thrilled as he is with his performance, he 100% does not want to be a trade piece. He's invested in this team. He's waited to see this type of a season come to fruition. But you look at the starts he's had so far this season, it's certainly a cornerstone turning point for him.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Alex Cobb that I faced early in his career in Tampa, in those early 2010 time periods. It's a fastball that's really well located. He's not afraid to start off with that breaking ball to get ahead in the count, and then he finishes you with that split. And his split, as we all know right now, is outstanding. He's getting almost 60% ground balls. The swing and misses are way up on the charts at 40% almost on the swing and miss. And opponents are just 4 for 40 when the at-bat ends in that split finger. So he's got his out pitch back. The velocity is enough to keep you very honest as a hitter. And I can see why he wants to be a part of it. I mean, look at this young offense. Who doesn't want to pitch with that offense right now, you're talking top 2 in the American League and scoring runs and OPS, all these sorts of things. So I can see why he wants to be a part of it. I think people are looking forward to some really exciting times in Baltimore, and Alex, he doesn't want to miss out on it.
Well, Hyde called it an all-team performance last night. Brian, of course, thanks for joining us to help break it all back down again.
All right, thanks, guys.